This is John with samflaxorlando.com. I'm here with Skip. We are at Extra Large Gallery at 431 East Central, extralargegallery.com. Skip has joined us to talk a little bit about his work. Your work is going to be hanging for approximately another month. Show. Tell us about franchise and a little bit of, about the history and how that started. Why franchise and what does that mean to you?
I was working on, from conversations that me and Swanberger had, because he basically was just like, do your thing, you know? And usually he has a really strong advisory position. It's just being a very smart dude. So he pulled me aside and was like, listen, man, like, you've got the witty, sarcastic thing down. You got it. You know what I'm saying? You've got the edgy thing down. Cool. You know what I'm saying? What you need to figure out how to do is to create a design and create a piece that shows a message or a lesson or something that you're trying to state or say, yet at the same time is something that people could have on their living room, you know, on their walls. You know what I'm saying? Like, people could pay $1,000 for, and it not only, you know, like, you have a wider audience of more people would actually be into that piece, you know? Like, if you can say something in a universal fashion that everyone can get the point, and regardless of what your politics are or whether you're religious or what your stances are, that everyone can get the same thing from it, you know? Find the humanity in it, you know? So the franchise, that first piece was a conscious effort of trying to find that unity, you know what I'm saying, that perfect marriage, and the blend between saying something and being kind of a little forward, but not too forward, and finding where that line is, you know. So franchise kind of became that $1 million idea. Like, immediately, like, with that first piece, the guys over there, like, everyone was like, yo, this franchise thing, this is where you need to go. You know what I'm saying? Because you did the City Beautiful in the OCD show, and that was kind of cool, and you had a couple different themes that you were kind of like reeling out there, trying to catch something, trying to hook something, and the franchise, that's it. You know what I'm saying? So I started putting together ideas for an actual franchise show. And with talking with Pepe is my roommate, he's a bartender over here at XL Gallery. With talking with him, he was like, yes, you should talk to Todd in the XL Gallery because I'm sure he'd love your stuff. And he was showing him some pictures on his phone and stuff of some pictures that he had taken. And so I had a meeting with Todd. This was about 3.5, 4 months before the opening for this, so probably back in late January. And I showed him some pieces, showed him some designs. He's like, I'd love to get you in here, let's talk about it. Some time actually went by, like 2 months went by, and we had just kind of fallen out of contact with each other. And I had kind of gotten to the point where I kind of didn't think it was going to happen. And so he had called me 2 months before and had said, hey, listen, man, like, do you still want to do this? You know, can we still do this? And I talked to Swanberger. It was cool. I talked to Swanberger and was like, I don't know if I can do this, man. It's like 2 months. It's a full room. Like, I want to do all brand new franchise pieces. And he's like, well, you know, you don't have to do it that way. You can bring some of your pieces back that the great pieces that you didn't sell in the OCD show, have a few of those in there, and then just give yourself a number. So he said, you know, if you could put 7 or 8 of the OCD pieces in there, and then get to 15 pieces, at least 13 pieces total, that's dope. If you can go like to 15, 16 pieces, it's a miracle, but it's something to shoot for, you know? And I was like, you know what? I want to go for the miracle. So I ended up with 17 pieces in the show, including, of course, the OCD pieces. But yeah, so 17 pieces of art in the room, and it was probably the most intense experience of my life.
Well, the show looks fantastic. What's next?
I have a couple great opportunities that have been opened up. So I'm going to be a featured artist in the B-Side Artist Show. This is my first B-Side show. So it's a great honor to be kind of brought in.
So So when and
Into
where
the
is
Crew.
that?
That's at June 21st at the City Arts Factory,
Excellent.
and that's their annual show. And then after June 9th, I'm showing in the Alien Tribute Show at the Falcon, the Mother Falcon Gallery and Bar, and then I'm also showing on the 21st in another room in the City Arts Factory for a skateboard deck themed show, and I'll have 3 boards in there for that.
Excellent. Well, I know your website is skiptheartist.com. What about your Facebook?
Facebook is /cskip.
Skip, thank you for joining us. As always, I'm John with SamFlaxOrlando.com.
Thanks.